Right, is there anybody you want us to call? Wife? Girlfriend?
Linda Cook. My mum.
He can't have visitors. Not unless he's critical.
Right, let's have a look at your head. Food in that prison must be very bad to make all this worthwhile.
I'm not allowed any fatty food because of my ulcer. Yet they feed you stuff swimming there. That's the respect you get.
This will need stitching. I'll need to examine your chest. Well, let the dog see the rabbit. Kiss it up for me while I have a listen.
Hey, can we take that off? It might help. Are you kidding? There's prison officers injured because of him.
It was only a scuffle. And that particular officer walked away. Unlike me.
Looks like you've got some broken ribs. And there could be some internal bleeding. Let's have this x-rayed. Till then, IV morphine, 4 milligrams, please.
Her first operation with me as surgeon was clinically straightforward.
Wasn't there excessive bleeding?
Except it was one of those where every move you made opened up a fresh bleed. Although her blood pressure fluctuated, she remained stable overall. I stopped the bleeding, left Miss Naylor to close, and came up to help Connie with a patient.
What was wrong with your patient?
Wolf, Parkinson, Wyatt.
Interesting case.
Yes, of course.
More interesting than repairing Mrs. Bosman's botched tummy tuck.
Not more interesting, Rick, more urgent.
And yet the unfortunate Mrs. Bosman had to go back on the table on 2 further occasions after the operation we're talking about.
After the first operation, there was excessive fluid in her abdominal drain, so we took her back into theatre to sort out the problems.
There was copious bleeding the first time, and yet you left a junior to close.
I was called to assist Mrs. Beecher.
You were Helena Bosman's principal surgeon, the one most familiar with the location of the multiple bleeds. Knowing that she was likely to bleed, was it wise to leave Jack Naylor to close?
Are you pointing the finger at Miss Naylor now? Hindsight is a wonderful thing, Rick.
I think we've heard enough, Mr. Jordan. Thank you.
Thank you.
It looks like you're a regular.
Registered for your loyalty scheme at birth.
What loyalty scheme is that?
The one for most attendances at a cardiac department.
Right. Let's have Amber on an ECG, please. So, you have paroxysmal atrial fibrillation.
My heart beats so weirdly they don't know whether to operate or drive a stake through it.
And your symptoms have recurred.
Tightness in here, shortness of breath, fatigue.
Add confusion to that list.
She's implying that I didn't take my medication, but I did.
She's only saying that because she wants to pretend she's responsible.
I'm 19!
And when you're living with these friends, who's going to remind you to take your pills then?
I'm an adult.
Age doesn't equal maturity. She's always had me looking after her. She often forgets.
This condition, you need to stay on top of your medication at all times.
Oh, this is so boring. I have to be out of here tonight. We all do drugs in the toilets.
Well, that would be very silly.
Well, they do. I just watch. I'm weird like that.
Hey, no to yourself, huh? She's winding you up.
Actually, I'm winding you up.
So, all right. We'll assume for the moment that you are up to date. We won't give you any more until we've monitored you, and we'll get you out of here as soon as we can. Yes.
The rest of your notes have arrived. You were turned down from the weapons procedure at their last call.
They said it was inoperable. CT scan can give a false impression.
Do you really think they're going to do any different from that?
I want to hear what Mr. Jordan's got to say about it.
You will.
Times rhythm, no abnormal complexes, 80 beats per minute. So you've already been told it's impossible.
There are as many opinions as there are surgeons, you know that.
Now, Jordan's popped back into your life.
She had.
What are you up to?
I'm trying to save my life. I'm doing it for you. When I got my diagnosis, I didn't think of Lorraine, I didn't think of Nestor, I thought of you. 6 months of rapidly failing health aren't going to bridge that gap, are they?
You're making a big assumption there.
I can share you, if he can. What's he called?
Dominic.
Husband?
No, we're not married.
Where is he?
He's at home. What about Nestor and Lorraine?
Having a ball on my money.
Where did I go wrong?
Play your cards right. What's he like?
It's nice.
Nothing special then. Austin Carey. Good to see you. Been a while. Hello, Ben.
Hello, Nick.
So, you're our pancreatic hemorrhoidectomy. Still at Bell Benson?
I'm the boss, Nick.
Of course. Now look, your CT scans haven't arrived yet, so I just need to have a look on the ultrasound, okay? Right. Let's have a look. Why Holby?
Because if anywhere will have a crack at this apartment with Nick Jordan on board, is that place.
I can see exactly why the other hospital turned you down. If the contrast CT shows any locally advanced spread of the tumour, surgery can probably be ruled out.
I looked at their scans at Central. There was plenty of room for doubt, believe me.
We'll do our best for you.
I know you will.
Stitches before. Where did you spring from?
As soon as I got the call, I came straight over.
I'm sorry, love.
No, you're not sending me away without a word. He's my son.
5 minutes, all right?
The wing went off.
And you couldn't keep out of it.
I thought you'd be glad to see me.
I am.
And how come you haven't come to see me before?
Cameron, your x-ray's showing some damage to your lung. Specialist surgeon, Mr. Strachan, will be able to see you. Nurse Williams, we give Cameron 500 milligrams of amoxicillin and a tetanus jab, please.
Will he be all right?
If it's bruising, it could heal itself. But if, as I suspect, the lung is more severely damaged, he might need an operation. The surgeon will be able to tell you more, okay?
You've done it now.
Never heard of the innocent bystander.
You're not innocent bystander material.
I did something bad. A long time ago.
You robbed a store.
Shows me I needed someone to take me aside. Show me where I was going wrong. Instead, I'm put away like I'm nothing.
If you kept your fists in your pockets, you'd have been out long ago.
It's Darwin's theory in there. They leave me alone at night. Also bleeding. Well, they're ignoring my buzzer.
Mrs. Tracker! Okay, just try and breathe normally.
What's wrong with him?
Okay, some crackles in the left face. Cameron, the blood you're coughing up may have started to hemorrhage into your airways. Let's get into theatre, put you under a general anaesthetic and carry out a bronchoscopic examination of your lung. Depending on what we find, we might have to remove his heart. Understand?
Cameron.
I know that. Hannah.
Amber.
I'm very sorry. I'd forget my own name if I didn't see it written on my bed every morning.
Hello, Mr. Hope.
I called you because I'm concerned about her P waves. They're increasingly unstable. She's also having breathing difficulties and getting more and more confused.
Are you feeling poorly?
Not good.
We urgently need to get these rhythms back into regular marching time. Let's give her 6 milligrams of midazolam. Can we get ready to defib, please?
This might not be necessary. It might be simple lack of medication. She says she's taking it, but the mother thinks there is some doubt.
Hold off on the midazolam, please. Medication's up to date?
Yes.
There aren't any other substances that you're taking.
Well, that was a joke.
People often pass on real information in the guise of a joke. It's not always easy to tell the difference.
Oh, I don't do substances, all right.
It really isn't a joking matter. You should be telling us about anything that you take. Anything that might affect your medication and make you feel like this. Cold medication, herbal remedy. Was there anything?
No.
She knows not to do that.
Midazolam, please.
Well, there was one thing, but it's nothing.
Amber.
Oh, it's so weak it couldn't possibly interfere with my medication.
What?
It's in there. Don't take this wrong. It's Wiccan.
That black magic rubbish.
No. White magic.
So what's this then? Blood?
It's water. It's been poured over certain leaves and collected.
And did the leaves stand in the water for a while, like a herbal remedy?
What were the leaves, Amber?
I can't say. Not out loud.
For goodness sake.
Well, we can't say them, but maybe you could write them down.
They're a sort of an incantation or spell. You can't just say them without consequences.
You won't last 5 minutes away from home.
I'll be quite all right.
You won't.
There's some dangerous toxins in these.
All right. Amber, we're going to hold off on trying to jolt your heart back into 240.